Good evening, everybody. Welcome to this evening's week ahead video. Before I start, risk warning, trading is risky. Trading CFDs or spread bets is a really high risk activity. Do some research, make sure you're educated. Just don't go straight into trading CFDs, obviously, without any experience, because you will lose your money. There's no doubt about that. Use a demo account. These signals aren't a regulated activity, so you're not going to be protected by the ombudsman like a normal retail client may well be. You're not in this case because the signals aren't a personal recommendation to you. Synergy must be authorized and regulated to deliver this service, and it is exactly that. So let's start. As a bit of a recap, it's been a real torrid beginning to the month, really. We had a tough May, lack of trades. You know, there is the famous saying, sell in May, come back St. Leger's Day. What is exactly that? Come back September. So expect more of the same potentially if the markets persist. But what we have been seeing is, first of all, lack of patterns, a lack of harmonics at this moment in time. And also trades aren't sustaining their momentum. They're picking up 10, 15, 20, and then rolling over. It is just part of trading. It is a seasonal thing. You know, it does show itself in the results occasionally, but you just got to stick with it. You need to get your position sizing consistent so that you're constantly risking the same amount. You need to make your mind up when it's like this. For example, we had some news over last weekend where Macron lost he lost the vote ultimately, and that really is unexpected news. And we saw a lot of pairs gap down on that, and the market on the back of that has been very volatile. So in times as such, you should consider reducing your position sizes even smaller. When the news feels better and the environment feels better, increase your position sizing. So it's all very subjective. We're just here to try and put some good signals out. And we'll start with USD CAD, which is my favorite. We're looking for this pattern on the way down and on the way up. And on this pattern, we could see the second. We're at 2, and we expect 3 to be given to us. Markets work in threes. We've got 1 zone, 2 zones, and we are literally on the cusp of a 3rd zone and a break of this structure. Within here, we have a Gartley pattern, which has pointed to a sell-off and a retest. You know, we're retesting here. And if you do your maths and you look carefully, you'll notice that this is a 1, this is a 2, and we're waiting for a 3 to develop. So we're getting long for a 3. Premium Group had this as a signal. I've forgotten where it is now. I think it made a move. Yeah, we got in here. We did make 50 or 60 odd pips. Why else do I like it? Because it's making high highs and high lows in a lower time frame, and I love it because of where it sits within that bigger market cycle. Second zone up. Otherwise, if I don't get an entry in this consolidation zone, I'm going to have to wait for a break and a retest entry. We'll see how it goes. So AUD CAD. AUD CAD is getting there. So let's do the fibs on this. This is XA measurement, X to A. XA, we've literally come and done a 61.8% retracement. Gartley sell. I don't take fibs. I just don't do that because I understand they are a crowded trade. I would prefer to wait for this completion point, which would be the stops of the fib. And then you have this 78.6 as your next barrier. So the aim of the trade here is to get a higher low. We're making higher highs and higher lows. This is a consolidation zone, first zone. We're now in the second zone of trend following this CD leg. And then we're going to put in another consolidation zone. Now, this could be argued, is this a consolidation zone? Potentially, but it will only be for this trend. So you've got a 1, got a 2, and I think it's going to make a 3. So far, I can see a 1, 2, 3. This is one that I like long because I can recognize the market direction, but I don't like the structure, the way it's been structured. So I want to be known when it's going to turn, and there's my alert. All right, AUD-CHF. So AUD-CHF, this was a stop loss for us. It's been a rough one, actually. We've had a few trades where they haven't worked out on this. It's always easier in hindsight, but we always manage to normally get 15, 25, but this one didn't want to know. Let me talk you through what I saw. So on the daily, this one really caught me. So I don't get caught often, but this one was fishing for me as a trader. And it got me. And I'll show you how it got me. So we've got the first zone, the second zone, 1, 2, 3, 3 hits to the low. This box. So this box, it showed me 1, it showed me 2. Now, me being me, you have a really good, consistent run, and that maybe makes you a little bit complacent. But we are here location-wise, level 1 rise, as far as I'm concerned. Now, I'm using the harmonic here because in a few I've used it. Now, to my detriment, I didn't use the harmonic on the trade. I should have waited for the harmonic to complete. But we are seeing high highs and high lows here. This is a high. This is a high, 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 low. So we are still seeing the characteristics of that level 1 rise. We've got the EMAs. We're above the EMA. We're surfing it and we're chopping here. So because we're so close to the peak formation, the market makers can trade both ways. I think that they've deliberately, potentially set that up for me. He's looking for the high highs and high lows, but because it's so close, the proximity of this peak formation, they can break the rules on you. So yeah, it really is still very much, you do not want to be short this for this little reward, for this max reward. It's just not worth it. And max pain if you get it wrong and don't use a stop. So we are waiting. I'm waiting for a turnaround. There hasn't been a harmonic. Hindsight is a wonderful thing. Hindsight is a wonderful thing. However, we used hindsight at the time. We look at this. This gave us, we're trading threes here. Gave us a 1, it gave us a 2, and it gave us a 3. So this one has completely ripped up the rule book because we had 3 weeks of drop. And the market cycle for me was here. This is a consolidation. And I saw this as a consolidation. 1, 2, 3, all day long, eyes closed on that. I was going to get in around here, but I didn't. I wanted to see the previous peak break, retest. Now, no trade, no retest. So for me, this was just a bloody good entry, but it hasn't, I'm absolutely blown that this hasn't worked. However, we've got high, high, low, high, high, low. My only other hindsight error is we have a day of rise, 2 days, 3 days, and going to give you a 4th, and back to chop. So I'm going to get my revenge on it. You shouldn't revenge trade, but I am, because I know the direction and I will be jumping on this when it shows me. AUD so we have level 1 consolidation. At the moment, trade price is just in the middle of consolidation. We've made a change of character and it's continued with a 1, 2. Wouldn't surprise me if it gives us a 3, because this move here, 1, 2, 3 makes 1, then that makes 2, that makes 3. So that's the variation in the first leg. Need to wait. There's nothing there for me. There's no harmonic. AUD and AUD USD. So this is another King Kong pattern like USD CAD. These are the main ones to really only look at because of where we are in the charts. This is trying to manufacture a move that's scaring traders out of their positions. This looks quite, are we or aren't we? The big pattern to me suggests down. Oh, excuse me. And we've got lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, equal highs. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. And we also have this harmonic A, B, C, D, which could be a zone of consolidation to give us another retest up here. I don't know, but ultimately it is lower and we are in the middle of the zone. Bit of a pass for now. Let's just check what we have for next week. It's all consolidation, so pass. All right, CAD CHF. Again, this is another thing that spooked me out a little bit because the CHF is the pair that is to weaken for me. But I think with the French elections, that one's changed all of a sudden. It is a safe haven as well. Right. Hindsight analysis. Let's do it. First zone, second zone, happy with it. Happy with it. I'm happy with this ABCD, even though it's not the most sort of eye-catching one. It is one. It's an ABCD, and it's still valid because AB equals CD, or CD is a variation of AB, and let's see if that's the case here. So we need to see a variation in this CD leg. Get my extension tool. So we're close to the 127 extension, which will then in turn be a Gartley, because I'll draw the Gartley now. Very, very close to being a Gartley. A Gartley, yeah, this is very close to being a Gartley and an extension 127 and Gart, CAD, CHF. But we love this pattern because we look at the larger time frame. The larger time frame is saying ABCD in blue is complete, mega big pattern. We've been bouncing. This is the next peak we will target, and it's just collecting traders. Notice the previous ABCD point. Let's just have a look at something here. Very close to being used as a support. Look at this leg. 1, 2, 3. 3 to the low off this hit peak here. Tricky trading for us. We did have a go on that historically, but yeah, there it is. CAD JPY, not much to say. Level 3 rise. Level 1, level 2, high highs, high lows. Expect high prices. Euro AED. Now let's get down to business here, because this is a magnificent situation for, you know, just looking and marveling at this. Level 1, level 2. All of this zonage going on. We're containing price here on this previous low. You trade off the lows and consolidation. This is a low. Does it mean it will work? Difficult to say. However, we do have the XABCD, which hasn't completed yet. This is where D completes. It had previously completed at the 61.8. I'll show you. The 78.6 pretty much previously, but for now, this is one I'm watching. We have head and shoulders galore. Shoulder, head, shoulder, and shoulder, head, shoulder. And then we have the Gartleys. Let's have a look what's going on here. So I can see an ABCD. I can see an ABCD coming in. Actually. We've got the ABCD coming in here. And I believe that that's an ABCD. Let me just have a look at something. No, it's too far out. But the ABCD is the sort of tool that you move around the screen to try and get a good fit with what your general themes are. So, yeah, not a great example. Pass. Let's pass on that for now. Now, Euro CAD, bit of a sausage. We're long, ultimately. We are long this thing. So what we are seeing, this is a Gartley, ultimately, X, A, B, C, D, Gartley going on. And we did get the reaction, which is nice. And we got a further reaction. For anyone that took this trade, we did have it. So what I see here is a harmonic swing completing. You can bring it down to just cover just the wicks. So, and then we are pretty much completing. We're completing here. And the way we complete is in an ABCD format. So the service is recognizing ABCD harmonic patterns within market cycles. That's what we try and do. As it's not being shown at the moment, I'll just draw this one out for you quickly. But we took this long. Why did we take it long? Simply because the market cycle is higher and there's a harmonic pattern. There's nothing else behind it. So it got a little bit late. We got in around here, I think, here or here. So it has come off a bit more, but we do understand that what we're looking at is a Gartley pattern, and Gartley patterns have high probabilities of success. And therefore we let the numbers play out. Let me just get this to the point. There you go. Bang on the 61.8. This is why we do it. A minimum, we're expecting a move of this. We'll see how it goes, folks. Moving on, Euro CHF. Now, this is another one of the CHF offenders, but it's absolutely amazing for me what I'm seeing here. So we've got week 1, week 2, week 3. So we've completed 3 weeks of drop. We can also see the consolidation zones pretty easily. This is one. That's one, and this is a second. So you've got 1, 2, 3, and here you've got 1, 2, 3. This is absolutely something that I want to consider. Now we have this expanding 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is very simple. You just simply take a high. What's this one? It's, I think that it's a good enough fit. It does fit. It does interact with it. We're expecting a move up here easily. I need to get us long into that, and I'll be keeping an eye. So is there anything for us? It's just 3 weeks of clear drop. Nice. Okay, Euro GBP. So we've been disregarding this guy now because he has damaged his DNA is damaged. It's not clean anymore. We have this 1, 2. We thought this was a big 2 to go again. It's just failed at the bottom. It hasn't completed any harmonics yet. So there's nothing for me to, unless we get down here, and that's a Gartley pattern, a double bottom. We'll wait for it. Euro JPY, it's just hugging, and just very strong. Level 3, rise, pass. Euro NZD, this is level 2, rise. Look, we've got a nice red ABCD to complete. We've also got this D point to complete. This was a pattern that went off the 61.8% retracement, if I remember rightly. Or the 78.6, that's it, just there. Perfect, it's back there now. I expect the CP to be done. I will be taking that. It's a great trade. Euro USD. Euro USD is middle of the first zone of consolidation. We've got an ABCD to complete down here. We completed the harmonic red up. There's another ABCD to complete down here. We're waiting. Expect dollar strength. GBP AUD. Now, this is one that screwed us over a little bit. Only gave us 20 midweek. Some of you probably got stopped out in the hope that it was going to continue. But it was positive performance ultimately. Level 1, level 2. This is a really high probability setup. 1, 2, 3 down in the pullback, and we've made a change of character. I am watching this, super bullish. Building positions is a great setup. GBP CAD. GBP CAD has hit that massive ABCD, the big blue ABCD. That's a big, powerful trade, and we can see clearly a 1, 2, and a 3. It didn't hit it exactly. It missed it by a little bit, but still very nice. This is a dangerous bar. Could reverse all the way back up and complete that bigger pattern. If it does, we will have some. But ultimately, price where we are is rising. This is level 1 rise. This looks like level 1 and then level 2, but I think this whole thing is level 1 consolidation. And we've been in this, so we've been absolutely in this trade. We were in it down here, and it's just really performed fantastically for us. But selling off after the pattern's complete. Look at the pattern. It's really clear here, guys. That's the pattern. Onwards and upwards, GBP CHF. So we've got real correction going on in the CHF department. I have pointed it out before in this one that I expected this area to get taken out, and it has been, and it now looks like it's on its own count of 1, 2. Can't really fight that. You've got to just let it be. They look like they want to reclaim some lost ground. Let them pass. GBP JPY hugging that third level up pass. Not for me. GU getting a tanning, our harmonic pattern that we were short of here. Even though it went offside a lot, it's come onside a lot as well. And this is weakening now. It's either a big second zone or it's done its second around here, and this is a double top. Really tricky. Reason being, middle of the zone. NZD CAD, this is a real beauty. It's the truth to a degree. Really restores your faith in everything, seeing this one play out from the early days. Now, what we have here on the way down is quite clear, level 1, level 2, and on the way up, we have it in the form of a Gartley and a trap false. You can see a W, first zone, another W, expecting the second zone to come in, expecting price to get up here, and then looking for a pullback. This has just been straight rise, no real retesting. I don't love that sort of action. NZD CHF, love it, all over it, really want to get involved. High, 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 low. 1, 2, 3 on the way down. Trap false. We should hold here and we should push on. I understand this ABCD structure. I understand this structure and this structure and that. I'm just maybe too eager with it, but it's massively bullish. Enter DJPY, beast mode, level 1, level 2, and then 1, 2, 3. Amazing trades. NZD USD, level 2 drop, like AUD USD. Beautiful thing. I'm waiting for my opportunity on that. I'm just going to change my, there we are. Okay, gold, the 23.32, the lows of level 2 consolidation, and we're looking strong here. Missed it really. USD CAD and USD CHF next. USD CHF, we got that Gartley and we got a double test, a double bottom at the moment. I need to wait for a clear entry. I will wait. It was so close last week, but it didn't hold. The retest didn't hold. Flopped. But there we have it, folks. It was a tough week. It has been a tough week, but it is how markets are. You know, they're not always laying it out for us. We do have to suffer. There's going to be a lack of trades. There's going to be some false starts, and there will be some losses. That's how it is. But listen, thanks for watching. I hope you get some value out of it, and I wish you all the best. Cheers.